What is up, YouTube? Unruly here, back with another video, and everybody's been talking to me about it. You know, I stream like, oh, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news? You know, I'm like, and then I figure I would make a video about it. So the big news is the future. Well, it's not news. It is a rumor. So I don't know. You know, but the rumor says that all future DLC is canceled. So that doesn't mean Conan and T1000 they're gonna come out. It just means that maybe a season 2 or season 3 might not happen. And you know, it's like dead game, and I'm just like, the game sold 4 million copies. It's about a year old. 4 million copies. Yeah, I mean, some of the other ones have sold much better. This one sold 4 million, and yeah, I just have to say, nobody hates Mortal Kombat more than Mortal Kombat fans. And let's just be real, all right? You want to see, just the #1 hater of Mortal Kombat is not Smash players, it's not Tekken, it's Mortal Kombat players themselves. Now, I'm not saying they did this, but it's just like, excuse me, imagine what it would just be like being a Mortal Kombat fan and not going on YouTube and reading negative comments about it, or not going on Twitter and just seeing everybody crap on the game. And it's just like, if you like Mortal Kombat and you're not online, then you're just gonna have a good time. There's 4 million people that bought the game. There's challenges. I can go in there and find challenges easier than the most fighting games. Is it dead? Is it dead? Like, so many people right now are focused on it's dead. Is it dead? Oh my God. And it's just like, it's a pretty damn successful game. Now, I can admit that it's not as successful as some other ones. I mean, and I played it a lot more than Mortal Kombat 11. And in my humble opinion, like for Kenny, like, oh, you don't play it too much. I enjoy the game. It's got a lot of sauce. My thing is, the game is just a little slow for me. And that's just me. I enjoy it. It's fun. There's a lot of creativity. And I'll tell you this. You know, and we'll talk about the cameo system, and we'll talk about a couple other things, but I enjoy the cameo system. I think the cameo system could be tuned up a little bit. Maybe the issue is that it's a tag game, but not tag. It didn't fully commit. That could be a big thing. But here's my thing. I really like the cameo system. I think it's much better than the variation. Like the variation, you always kind of played with, like, you know, it just kind of changed. It feels like, oh, some moves were left out and there was a variation you barely played with. But with the cameo, it really expands on how you play with the character. Like, it's so great with like Ghostface. Well, you can pick Movado and then get maybe more combos off lows, or you can play, well, I'm going to play Ghostface more of a grappler, so I'm going to pick Scorpion because I can convert most of his grapples into big damage with Scorpion. And I truly think the cameo system is awesome. I do think it's a little tight. I don't like how you throw a cameo and they make a pose and some are ambush. To me, I don't understand, like, ambush or whatever. But I just did all cameos. I think should just come out like Marvel Assist. And I think the timing, man, some of the timing is just rough. And that's just me. That's my, what does this have to do with the video? I don't know. I'm just telling you how I feel. I think the game could be, it's a little tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's lots of creativity, but I think the game should just be loose, man. Like, you know, call in the cameos whenever you want and have some leeway. So, you know, like, if you play Marvel, you play some other games that when you're doing combos and you call in an assist, it's not so like, okay, you have to wait till they does the 1, 2, 3. I think it just should be a little on the loose side so you can call it, like, yeah. But anyways, that's just me. But I do believe the game is great. It's fun. I would go like MK9, MKX, MK1, and then MK11 for me. But there are a lot of people that like the slower paced, footsie based Mortal Kombat. But to me, man, MKX and MK9 would just, what does this have to do with the video? I don't know. But I'm telling you, yes, I've heard the news. And in the days of social media, if you didn't have social media and you didn't like read a lot of just or the bad comments and stuff like that, because it's just it's so wild. Like, I guess people feel betrayed if like there's a game that they love and they don't like it. It feels like, like they were cheated on or something, because like I've seen the way the negativity is on like a certain game. Like, like I wasn't a fan of MK11. I'll be honest. Like, I thought it was a little too, and what's wild? It's actually fast. There wasn't that much creativity in it for me, as opposed to like MKX and MK9. So I didn't play it that much. I didn't start a channel talking about why I hate it. I didn't talk about a channel why you shouldn't play it. I didn't talk like, I'm just like, hey, you know what? If you enjoy the game and there's lots of people that enjoy it, awesome. And go ahead. And you know what? If I didn't like it, I will play MKX. If I wish I could play MK9. But here's the thing, and I'm going back to this thing, and I just honestly believe that nobody hates Mortal Kombat more than its fans. And something that I like, here's the thing too. We're just going to go maybe into theory crafting, right? Because you get about a Mortal Kombat every 2 to 3 years, depending on the process. There was the panoramic that happened, and this one took a little longer for reasons. Who knows? Maybe it was supposed to be an Injustice game. Maybe they just said, hey, you know what? Make it a Mortal Kombat game. And maybe that's why there was cameos. So they're like, sheesh, okay, well, we have to change up the game. Who knows, right? But going back to my train of thought, like, what happens is we get a Mortal Kombat game, and then towards the end of it, people are ready to jump ship, man. And I'm like, bro, we need some loyalty. We need some absolute loyalty to the game, because like MKX is a banger. It is still fun to watch. MK9 is still fun to watch. And a lot of, and here's the thing too. Mortal Kombat is actually relatively new on the competitive scene, like, right? On the tournament scene. It wasn't really until MK9 that it joined the mainstream. Before, Mortal Kombat's competitive market was its own thing. It was, especially with the Armageddon and all that, even though those games were jank and busted, the scene was its own thing. They were, and then in MK9, they finally started coming into the major tournaments and EVO and started becoming a thing. So yeah, and with how fast they move, it is kind of, yeah, it's pretty wild, right? Because it happens like, you get a new game 2 years, and then people are ready to leave and just like, all right, bye, I'm ready to play another one. And I'm like, dang, bro. And I think that's what maybe was supposed to happen, right? Maybe this Mortal Kombat 1 was supposed to come out, it was supposed to hit, and it was supposed to be a game that keeps on growing and people can continue to play. And yeah, and a lot of times people will spawn at the cameo system and whatever. If I had to say, like, Kenny, what do you think, and why this, and why maybe MK? And I'm gonna be real, like, maybe to, like, for what it's worth and who would listen to me, I think the game gets reinvented every time. Granted, it plays a bit like itself, right? But the legacy that you've like learned just goes out the window. So yeah, like all your combos, all your strings, everything, and things play different. Of course, you have the same Mortal Kombat players show up in the top tournaments because they're gods and they're extremely talented and so forth like that. But you don't really have the legacy that you have like in something like Tekken or even Street Fighter. Granted, Street Fighter changes drastically, but it's still like the inputs for the moves are always the same, and a lot of the core game is still kind of the same. People were like, what the hell do you mean, Kenny? And like, well, it's just like nothing changes. There's a lot that changes, but like MK becomes a brand new game every time, and like the inputs will change, your strings will change. Of course, that changes a little bit in Street Fighter, but it's still, there's some legacy in the Street Fighter games. Like Tekken has the biggest legacy of all. You could go in Tekken right now and do Tekken 5 combos and you'll be fine. I mean, do I think, and here's the thing, maybe that MK changes so much and like there's a new one every 2 to 3 years. I think maybe they should just have it be more of a legacy game. I think they should just like, hey, almost have the same moves, same strings, add new strings, and no matter what you do, right? Because Tekken has had the same strings and moves for so many years. But if Mortal Kombat decides to make a new character and borrow some strings from this character and put it into this character, oh my God. And, the fans and just the uproar and they riot. And I'm like, it happens. That's what video games do. They have moves, and the Tekken has done it. Street Fighter's done it. They've reused animations. Every time a Mortal Kombat DLC character comes out and he's got some moves from another character, they're like, oh my God, oh my God. Well, Tekken does it. Street Fighter does it. All the games do it. It's called game development. Just get used to it. But I think it's kind of a shame. I really wanted to see more cameos in this game. And here's the thing too. I would like to see this game go on longer. I'd like to say, hey, you know what? We're changing all the cameos to the ambush ones, so you can call them whenever you're out. And we're speeding up the game around 10%. We're going to make it about the speed of MK11. And if you look at the speed of MK11, it's actually kind of quick. The main thing is you couldn't really dash or run. Like the dashes were kind of shallow, so you had to wave dash, so you couldn't run. But the speed of the game was cool. I'd like to see Mortal Kombat 1 evolve and keep being played. And I think it's a bit of a shame that if that's happening, I don't think it's a decision for NetherRealm. I don't think maybe it's a decision from Warner Brothers. And it sounds like it is, because the team at NetherRealm loved the game. And they love the community. The community that and it's not the community that's they love the MK community. But I'm just saying, man, Mortal Kombat community, not the community. Dude, I'm talking in circles. But nobody hates this game more. I've said it multiple times, and the fans, and it's, I don't know. I guess it's kind of like how love is a thin line, right? When you go in a relationship and everything is good, and then you break up, and all of a sudden you hate it. And I think that's what happens with a lot of the people online. It's kind of wild. I've heard crazy theories from idiots saying that, oh, Sweet Baby. I'm like, no, it's just Sweet Baby Inc. ruined it, and this and that, and it's I mean, I'm not a game developer. Were there things that I would change? Yeah, I would make the game a little faster. But hey, one of the best-selling MKs was MK11, and it was a game that just wasn't for me. I would always play it. The story was cool, and a lot of people cite to the story. A lot of people cite that the Mortal Kombat Chaos Reigns wasn't that great, and it was an okay story. Pardon me. I'm making this video at roughly 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just wanted to make it because people were talking to me about it all day. And dude, Mortal Kombat is just it's a game. I love it. Hey, it's tattooed on my arm. Got it on the beanie. And it's just if one game if you didn't like one game, play the other one. It's kind of like a movie, man. It's if you watch your favorite movie series and one of them wasn't that great, and of course you want it to be good. And hey, it's just, I don't know, it's just subjective, man. There's lots of people that enjoy it, lots of people that don't. I think we just live in a world now with social media and just people yelling, and it's kind of just exhausting, to be honest. And yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'd like to see MK be more of a legacy game. I'd like to see it be like Smash Ultimate, dude, to be honest. Mortal Kombat 1, if it continued to evolve and continue to have characters, it could have been like Smash Ultimate. I think we need to get a Mortal Kombat that will be, supported for like 3 years. Because imagine in 3 years we can have like the ultimate roster. You can have all your characters in there. And a lot of people just, you know what I think it is? Yeah, a lot of people just like, yeah, man, you didn't put Cabal in there. I hate you. I hate you. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, like I think it's unfortunate. I hope it's not true. I would like to see the game evolve, get more DLC, get more cameos, continue to grow. But, you know, it is what it is. And unfortunately, it could be just a decision from corporate and saying, you know what, pull the plug, make another one. Let's see if we can improve it. But I would like to see Mortal Kombat be like Tekken. Tekken 7. Tekken 7 lasted so long and had new DLC and new changes and stuff like that. And now Tekken 8 is growing. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. I'm getting kind of tired. Got a headache. I'm just rambling on. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoyed it, go ahead and give it a like. Please subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely. But anyways, guys, I will see you guys in the next video and appreciate it. Have a good one, guys. And at the end of the day, just enjoy what you enjoy and just have fun. And if somebody has enjoyed something that you don't, just let them be. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be like, hey, yeah, rah, 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 ah.